Why is it so cold? I genuinely want to know. Will somebody please tell me? Why is it so cold? North Carolina, make up your mind, dude. It's like 50 degrees out. But I don't want to lose my routine. And it's been a really long morning. The wind is crazy right now for some reason. See if I can turn away from it. It's been a really long morning. And I needed a break and a chance to get out of the office. So I had to go on a walk to clear my head. But it's so cold. I'm wearing a vest and long sleeves. Are you kidding? What's going on? Anyway, I had an idea, I had an epiphany. I thought a fun thing that we could do with these streams on YouTube whenever we're walking is talk about highs and lows. Talk about something good that's happening in your life right now, something hard that's happening right now, something not so easy, something difficult that you're wrestling with. Thought we could talk about both of those things and let that kind of be a way we can utilize this time. What's up, Herman Hansen? How are you doing? I am doing pretty good. As I mentioned just a moment ago, it's been a long morning, and so I'm doing the best that I can. I'm happy and fat because I just got done eating, so that's nice. I had a steak and ranch pizza. It's so good. And had a piece of cheesecake. Probably not the best for me. Jonathan, you may have been a part of that long morning. It was indeed a long morning. And I'm certain it's not quite over yet, but I had to get out of the office, and so here we are. This is what we're doing. And this is how we're gonna allow ourselves to process a little bit of time, a little bit of food, and enjoy some time together. So, what are your highs? What are your lows? What are you dealing with right now? What are you celebrating right now? Share those in the chat. Let's have that conversation. BRB caffeine, enjoy you some caffeine. We'll see if people are getting tired of these. I've noticed that every time we've done them, we've gotten less and less viewers. So there is a chance that our YouTube live energy has run out a little bit. That could be a part of it. Let's see. A high for me. I've entered Act 5 of Unicorn Overlord. I'm super enjoying it. And I enjoy whenever I'm in the flow of a game. It makes me happy whenever I'm enjoying the flow of a game. So that's a big high for me. I also have just started a new game called, oh gosh, what's it called? Paper Lily. Started a game called Paper Lily. And then yesterday I finished a game called We Know the Devil. So a lot of gaming happening right now. I did finish Freerun this morning, so that's kind of a low. I'm sad to be done with that series. But I'm so thankful for what it has meant to me and how good of a show it has been. Obviously this morning is a bit of a challenge for me. For those of you that have been on our Discord, you might know a little bit more about that, but we just had a lot of animosity coming from one particular visitor to the community. And so that's tough stuff. It's tough stuff. What's up, little Miss Lizzie? What are some highs and lows for you? What are you celebrating right now? What's some challenges that you don't mind sharing with us? Wanting to start using this space for that. I've shared just a couple of mine here. Keep thinking of them and sharing them as I can. Another low is that it's frickin' freezing out here, Mr. Bigglesworth. It's so cold. Why? It's supposed to get warm tomorrow, but I'll believe it when I see it. I desperately want that, but ain't holding my breath, you know? Another high is that we have Twig tonight. I always enjoy Twig. It's one of my highlights of my week. Getting to talk about geeky news with all of you fine folks. And I really enjoy the post-Twigs Discord hangout, where we just get to be in community. I love that. Cherish that time. So it's all good stuff there. Still need to invest in a microphone for this thing. I might do some search on Legoog in a little bit, see what I can find for a good wind-breaking mic for a Android device. Got to be something out there. Hair looks good today. I'm proud of my hair today. It's holding up well. I did have one time where it kind of went crazy, but I feel like we got a nice little windswept look. I look like a Nicholas Sparks, a Nicholas Sparks love interest, dude. It's giving widower. It's giving North Carolina native widower, dude. That's so stupid. Oh no. Old Nicky Sparks. Old Nicky Sparks. I loved reading his books. It's probably because I'm a North Carolinian. Do people outside of North Carolina even know who Nicholas Sparks is? Do you guys even care? Maybe you've seen like one or two of his movies. All right, I don't know where that guy is today. I'm coming back for the poop. I'm coming back for the poop, I promise. I will be back for the dog poop. The dog is pooping. Oh man. I got myself tickled with that Nicholas Sparks joke. It really is the vest. I think it's the vest and the windswept hair that's like giving it away. We're gonna pick up that poop on the way out. Don't you let me forget, dog. She won't let me forget. Welcome in. I see we got 5 people watching now. Let me know, what are your highs and lows? What are you celebrating right now? What are some things that are tough? Lizzie says, I'm going to start with lows. Sleepy. Been struggling to juggle everything too. I feel that. It feels like the back and forth of weather here from hot to cold, hot to cold. It wears on the energy, doesn't it? What's up, Corbin Leonard? What are some highs and lows for you? Well, Miss Lizzie says, I do know Nicholas Sparks. There you go. You do know him. I have no thoughts on Hollywood, I'm afraid, Corbin. No thoughts on that. I am not in Hollywood, nor do I write stories for Hollywood, so I got no say on that. Lizzie says, celebrating the excitement of a concert next week and a temporary job starting in April. Well, congratulations on the temp job. Hopefully that goes well and is edifying. What concert are you going to see? I'm so excited. I love concerts. I've not gone to many concerts post becoming a parent, but growing up, I was a big concert head. I was a big fan. My first ever concert, I'm somewhat ashamed to admit, was Maroon 5 and Train. Aw, Flamey Grant, that's fun. Very fun. Now, I've not been to a concert. I mean, no, look, I'm not going to talk bad about Flamey Grant, but I will admit I was thinking like, you know, AAA stardom. It's been a long time since I've been to a show that was kind of, well, indie. Indie is a good word. That's the word I'll use. I saw Walk Off the Earth. That was probably the most indie group that I've seen. And those concerts are so much more fun. I almost got to see Ben Folds, but not in one of his concert tours, but in one of his like, gosh, what are they called? Like a piano bar, where he will perform in a piano bar. A high for Corbin is celebrating Jesus Christ's death and overcoming of death. Yes, happy Holy Week. We got to get through the hard stuff first, right? Maundy, Thursday, right around the corner. Gonna deal with the heavier part, the betrayal and the death, and then the weekend. But then Sunday's coming. Sunday is coming. I'm going to my dad's church this Sunday for Easter, which is always really nice. My dad is a pastor as well. Since Checkpoint doesn't really have a traditional service that we do, I'm able to kind of choose what I do on Sundays. And so I'm going to see my dad and my family. My siblings are going to come and celebrate with us. Go celebrate the resurrection. Should be wonderful. Any lows that you're wrestling with, Corbin? Let me know. Let me know what's working for you, not working for you. Same to our other folks that have hopped in. Herman Hansen, if you're still here. Jonathan, if you've come back from your caffeine break. Are we pooping again? Dog? Not just pee this time. All right, and we got 8 people in here now. So all 8 of you, if you're not lurking, let me know what are some highs and lows. What are you working with? What's going on? What's good? What's difficult? What are you challenged by? What are you enjoying? What are you celebrating? Inferno says, just got through hopefully the last bit of winter, but happy Holy Week and Easter. Yes, happy Holy Week and Easter to you as well. Yes, I was thinking we were through winter, and then today I'm in a vest It's so cold. Why is it so cold? Like, I want it to just make up its mind. We have an idiom in North Carolina that says if you live in North Carolina and don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. And I can relate. I can relate to that. Jonathan says, a low, I'm leaving one of my jobs which I really enjoy, but I'm doing so for my mental and physical health. Yeah, I appreciate you acknowledging that that's a low. I appreciate that. You know, I think sometimes it's hard for us to acknowledge that because we want to be like, oh, everything's fine, everything's okay. And so we won't acknowledge that, like, letting go of something is hard. That is a low. We need to acknowledge that and allow ourselves to feel those feelings, but also celebrate and be aware of the fact that we're doing it for self-care. Whew. Lizzie says she's singing with Spencer LaJoy. Now, I don't know who that is. I'm very curious to look up that name. Or if you post a link to one of their songs over in the Discord, I'd welcome that as well. First concert was a Warped Tour. Yeah! I love that. Man, Warped Tour. What an era, yeah? What an era. What is working with sleepiness? Tried to control angry. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there, Corbin. I hope that whatever that is, it's going okay. If that was your low. I'll be praying for better control if that's what you were asking, or grace in the face of anger, forgiveness for those that we might impact in our lashing. That's a convicting one. Relates to our Unicorn Overlord sermon this past Sunday. You know, I think often we feel like we're always the one that's doing the forgiving, but we forget that we also need forgiveness, that we mess up. And, you know, we say it in the Lord's Prayer. If you say that every Sunday, we say, you know, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Or I've been attending a Presbyterian church recently, so forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. But I feel like often we feel like when we say that, we probably mean, like, let me forgive those that hurt me. But we forget that, like, we're also praying that we might be forgiven. That's an interesting concept, yeah? Interesting for us to remember that we are often on the receiving end. Don't eat that straw. You're not a sea turtle. My dog does currently have a child's stethoscope stuck in her stomach somewhere. She keeps vomiting in the middle of the night. Little bits, little chunks. Not to the point that we're concerned. There's no blood or gore. It's still just bile. So I guess it's not in her stomach, but this dumb dog. She eats everything and anything and all things. Jonathan says, hi. I just confirmed a new project yesterday that will have me doing a lot of creative Methodist stuff. That's awesome. I love creative stuff. I love Methodist stuff. I love creative Methodist stuff. Lizzie, as we get closer to Good Friday, I've been wrestling with how our media, like songs, interacts with Mary at this time. I posted in Church Luck like 2 weeks ago, and there was a good comment. That's awesome. Yeah. You know, we don't get to talk a whole lot about music at Checkpoint, and I would love to change that up. I'd love to talk more about music. The issue is that as if people aren't already picky enough about what shows they watch and games they play, the music they listen to, man, everybody's different. Oh boy, here comes the wind. Hold on, everybody. RIP headphone users. Turn down if you can, because it's windy. I'll try to turn away from it, but no promises. No promises. Oh, goodness. Well, anybody else that's out there in Chatland, feel free to share with me your highs and your lows, your things that are going on in your life. What are you celebrating? What are you wrestling with? What are some challenges? Or we can talk about something completely else entirely. Let me know what your plans are for Easter. If you celebrate, what you doing? Going to church? Are you a sunrise service person? Are you a please let me sleep person? Are you the last service of the day person? Are you Catholic? Are you a Saturday night service person? Where are you at? Let me know those things as well. I'm I'm an open book. I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I just wanted to clear my head a little bit with these walks, so can't say I have any too heavy opinions right now other than just celebrating. Making my car rattle. No! RIP car users. Yeah, I'll have to research. I'll have to do a little research, see what I can find for some windproof microphones. We'll get it worked out. I keep trying to like turn away from it, but honestly I have no idea if it's this microphone or if it's this microphone right here. And so if it's this microphone, there's not much I can do. I guess I could try and hold my phone like this. Is that helping? I'm just trying to turn away from it. That's why if you see me like keep turning my head, that's because I'm trying to get away from it. Although I am a little bit concerned. I did just kind of think like I could be showing tags behind me in the parking lot. I'm in my analog church's choir, and the song just tells her that it's going to be a glorious day when he returns. He's going to be a mighty king, and I'm like, yes, but it's her son, let her cry. Oh, permission to mourn. Permission to mourn for Mary. What a beautiful sentiment. Deacon Shannon is headed to the Charleston area for our nephew's Navy and nuclear school graduation or something. Neat. Love Charleston. Big fan. Twyla says, sending y'all good vibes rolling through your week. Kudos. Same to you, Twyla. Let us know if you're able to stick around, some highs and lows, some things that you're celebrating this week, and some things that are challenging you. That's what I'm going to try to use these spaces for, so we'll see. I'm also thinking about privating the videos when we're done. So we'll see. We'll just see. We'll do what feels right. On Easter, says Lizzie, I'll be attending and singing for both services and the meeting up at a family friend's house. Nice. I love get-togethers. We don't get as many of those having young kids, but we have close family that we're able to do those. And friends will often do birthdays, but we don't really have any close friends for the actual like, no, don't play podcast, please. The issue with these headphones is that every single time I tap them, it starts playing the podcast that I have paused right now. Figuring that out today, about to go look for a book I heard about today called The Evangelicals. Peep its table of contents, see if I feel it or not. Hey, well look, just by the title alone, I'd say it's a curious read, even if it's on things that we would find traumatizing or inadequate. There will be so many kiddos. I love that. See, my kiddos are almost there. Once we get Quinn, it's my youngest. Once we get Quinn to like 4 years old, we're scot-free. Right now, she's still at the age that she's got to have a nap at like 12:30, and it's like, whew, we do not want to take that away from her, because if we take away that 12:30 nap, I mean, I might as well just ram my head right through drywall. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Whew. Yeah, I'm reading a book that's challenging me right now because it's a little bit traumatizing with some of the evangelical terminology that does make me a bit uncomfortable. It's called The God Ask, and it's about the holy practice of fundraising. And it's got some helpful things in there as well as some problematic ones. And so I'm wrestling with the problematic and trying to exegete the good. Exegete the good out of the problems. Because it's certainly not all bad. Some of it is super helpful and incredibly beneficial. And then it's like, some of it is like, be sure to email their wives when you ask them for money. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Why do you say it that way? Why do you specify like that? Should we be talking to both of them in the first place? Strange comment. It's fair. I have a 3-year-old nephew and he does get pretty grumpy. They're the worst. They're the worst. I love them so much. I love them so much, and they're just the absolute worst. They're delightful little monsters. Yeah, referring to the fundraising thing, is that what you're asking? Wait, what to? Yeah. It's a pretty evangelical book about the holy practice of fundraising. And a lot of their stuff is very valuable data, valuable practices, helpful scripture connections, and then every now and again there will be this random comment that'll be super conservative, like that one, of like, when you ask them for money, don't forget to follow up with their wives. I was like, why do you assume the wives weren't present the first time? Why do you assume we weren't coming to the wives first? So it's very much like a oh-ha, man of the household. What happens if you punch someone to the sky in real life? Well, you definitely make it into the Guinness World Records book. That would happen for sure. That would happen 1,000%. Then you might be arrested. But the first thing that would happen is Guinness would be right there asking for your John Hancock. 10,000% sure of that. All right, we're gonna do one more lap. And then by the time we make it back to the poop, we're gonna end stream. Gravity's tough to beat. That's why I'm saying Guinness. Guinness is calling. Maybe a physicist. Maybe you would go to a prison that is monitored by a team of physicists who are gonna have a lot of questions for you. You might get cast as Homelander in season 4 of The Boys. That could also happen. These are all possibilities. All possibilities within a real, rational logic. Things that will definitely happen. Oh. I'm glad we've been doing these walks, folks. It's been very beneficial for me. I hope that it's been beneficial for you. I know it's not been the perfect time for everyone, but, you know, it is what it is. I haven't been planning them, so I understand the kind of last-minute nature of the thing and the FOMO of, like, I wish I could have been there when you were doing this. I would be interested, okay? Here, if you made it this far, if you made it to the 22-minute mark in the VOD, let me know, VOD watchers. Do you want me to keep posting those VODs? Do you think the VODs need to keep being posted? Because I'm thinking about privating them, because they're kind of cluttering up the channel. But if you VOD watchers, so I'm not asking the people that are live right now, don't answer. Don't you do it. I'll act like it never happened. But if you're a VOD watcher, type in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, because I want to know if these are worth posting and keeping up there. It could even be a thing that I keep them up for a day or so. Take them down after 24 hours. And then I could use clickbait. Deleting this video. I'm not sure if I'll leave this one up. Hashtag not clickbait. I would assume the consequences are much greater than the rewards, so well, maybe let's not do that. Yeah, great. I watched a VOD the other day. I got here like 2 minutes after you ended, but I don't know if I would normally got you. Dog, you were walking directly in front of me on purpose, and I know it. I know it for a fact. Well, VOD watchers, let me know. I'm going to wrap this one up. And we're going to close out for the day. We're Checkpoint Church. We're really a church online. I'm Nerd Pastor Nader. I'm the pastor here of this community. And we believe 3 things to be true about every single one of you out there. Whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, go to church, don't go to church, hate God, hate church. None of those things change these 3 things. Number 1, we believe that God loves you, like really, really loves you. Number 2, we love you. We want community with you. That's what we're doing here. That's why we're doing these silly things like walks and watching movies, talking about video games. And number 3, we believe that you, yes you, no matter who you are, where you've been, what you've done, what you believe, we believe that you matter. You are a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you're in it. All right, folks. Until the next time that I see ya. Bye-bye.